When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we see. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me.
If the sky we look upon should tumble and fall, all the mountains should crumble to the sea, I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me.
So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. Darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Stand by me. Stand by me, stand by me, stand by me, stand by me, stand by me.
Pierre Gautreau and the Queen Street Band. Yes, indeed. How is everyone today? Who was here on Friday night? Pretty much everybody. We had a good time, did we not? Oh, I tell you, I had a fun time, and I want to say thank you to everybody who made that night possible. It was really, there are no words. I keep saying there are no words to express the gratitude in my heart, and there really aren't. The words are totally insufficient to truly, I'm filled. I am filled by what that was, and so thank you, each and every one of you, for making that such a wonderful, special occasion. We have a lot to offer today here on Sunday morning, and I want to say welcome to each and every one of you. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living. We are a spiritual community. We come together every Sunday in celebration of an idea. And it's just an idea. Oh, that may tweak some people. It's just an idea. But here's what the idea is. What we teach here is that there is one power, one presence, one infinite creative resource, and that's it. And that this creative resource is constantly unfolding as creation. See, it's creative, so it creates, and what it creates is creation. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Awesome. This operation is done through a law of cause and effect. And the even better news to all of this is that because this is the nature of the universe, we get to utilize this law of cause and effect for ourselves. And so we get to create our own magnificent lives utilizing the law of cause and effect. That's what we teach here. And it's funny, I'm having this moment of we usually do a song here, and I'm trying to figure out how do I now move through this, because we're not going to do the upbeat song that we always do, because like I say, we've got a lot going on today. We've got some special guests who are going to offer some words of wisdom today, and I'll tell you about them in a little bit. You've already experienced them if you were here on Friday night. But, all right, I need to take a breath.
You're all jazzed up.
I'm totally jazzed up. One of the things I do want to honor is anyone who's joining us today for the first time. I want to say welcome to you and say I am so grateful to you for bringing your consciousness to this experience here today. I also want to say hello to everybody who's watching us online and trust and know that you are present with us. Even though you're not in the room with us, you are in the room with us because there is only one thing going on, and that is this creative power. And so let's just honor that today. So we're going to get right into it today with some inspiration from our practitioner of the day. Practitioners are people who have trained themselves through this philosophy. We have a course of study to become a practitioner. And they have trained themselves to stand firm in spiritual truth no matter what. Regardless of the circumstances that are showing up in life, they are trained to remain in spiritual truth. And that spiritual truth at the end of the day is love. Love only. Loving kindness. And here is someone who exemplifies that passionately, and I'm so grateful for all the wisdom and insight that she brings whenever she is up here presenting what she has to present to you. And I know we're in for a treat today. Please welcome Carmen Noseworthy.
Good morning, everybody. Congratulations, Jonathan, on completing your ordination. You deserve it, you are blessed, you are loved, and you matter. So today's theme is place no limits on principle. So my question is, why would anyone want to place limits on the constantly available infinite supply of possibilities? I believe in our essence that we don't, but we have beliefs and stories and feelings and emotions and energies that create doubt and fear and resistance and hesitancies that put lack and limitation on that infinite possibility that's available to us. In order to discover and let go of these dark places in the corners of our brains, we have to declare, we have to claim, we have to own this birthright of infinite supply and possibilities. If you want to find something in the dark, it's a lot easier if you turn the light on. And when we turn on our light, we claim our divine inheritance, the dark can't hide anymore. This illumination is usually called an aha moment, and sometimes I call my aha moments, oh my God moments. Those are the ones where your brain does the Rolodex thing, right? You're flashing through your whole life in a split second, and you're actually kind of in a state of shock because you're like amazed at how long and how much and how strong this limitation has ruled your life that you didn't even realize. Those moments. And it's usually accompanied by the V8 move, like, oh my God. So the last time I had the honor of being here in front of you, I encouraged props. The last time I had the honor of being here in front of you, I encouraged you to own that you matter. Yes, if you missed it, it was February 7th. So sharing how you mattered had a tremendous impact on how I matter. And my light was turned on brighter than ever before. Naturally, later that week, I had a visit from my friend, Mr. Goblin. I think they're laughing at you. That's okay, I forgive them. They know not what they do. I have the power of the dark side. Would you like to tell them what you said to me? What do you mean you matter? You know full well that you can't have what you want. The Rolodex is going full tilt, going back through all the events in my life that proved all the times that I couldn't have what I wanted. All the times I started and stopped doing the things that I really loved. That's right, see? You can't have what you want, so don't bother trying, don't bother asking, don't bother dreaming, don't bother saying yes to yourself. Oh my God. the dark was illuminated. And it finally made sense to me why I was so doubtful and so afraid to ask life for what I really wanted. Then I had this vision, an emotional burst of flavor of Christmas morning as a kid. And I realized that the only time I felt that I could truly ask for what I wanted and know for sure tootin' I would get it was at Christmas time. Oh my God. Make no wonder, I loved Santa. He was awesome. He was like the bestower of what I asked for, right? And then Mrs. Cheerleader came out. Hi. And she said, Carmen, let's make every day like Christmas. Ask for what you want. Feel that anticipation, that bursting excitement, the feeling of being blessed, and let's open your presents every day. Because you do matter, Carmen, and you can have anything you want, anytime, all the time. And my light illuminated the dark. And it was easy to make the cheerleader decision to stand fully in my power, to say yes to my possibilities, and to know that I do matter. So I end with this question and my affirmation. How many of you limit yourselves to one day a year or less to ask the infinite possibilities of the principle of life for what you want without even realizing it? My affirmation today is a fun one. We're going to have some fun. I invite you to stand up. So the first part of this affirmation is I say yes to possibilities, and we're going to do this like it is like you just got the best present in the world, or your team won the Stanley Cup, or whatever it is for you. And we're going to go, I say yes to possibilities.
I say yes to possibilities.
The second part is from the immortal words of Buzz Lightyear.
All right.
And we're going to go, to infinity and beyond.
To infinity and beyond.
All right, you got it?
Yep.
All right, all together now. Let's say it and have fun like we mean it. I say yes to possibilities, to infinity and beyond. One more time. I say yes to possibilities, to infinity and beyond. Thank you.
Well, how about that? Thank you, Carmen.
You're welcome, Jonathan.
One thing I'm going to point out to you, I've sent a directive to the practitioners this week. I said I want your affirmations in advance because they will now always be printed along with the songs. And so you can take the song sheet away with you today and utilize this affirmation through your week. All right?
I dare you to walk down the street and go, to infinity.
I know. You know what? Do that walking down the street. People may look at you funny, but who cares? What they think of you is none of your business. I'm going to invite us all to take a breath, take that great energy that has been presented here. Thank you so much. And let's just remember that core of our beingness, where we are born from, which is the strength of love. I am born from the strength of love. I am born from the strength of love. All that I am today, all that I bring today, I know that it's enough. I am born from the strength of love. I am breathing the strength of love. I am
strength of love. All of my traveling, all my unraveling journeys I know not of. I am breathing, breathing the strength of love. And so with a breath, breathing in that strength of love, let us all allow ourselves to open up and be receptive to these beautiful words of affirmation from Carmen today.
Breathing in the strength of love. It lives within our heart. It's where we radiate from. The strength of love is where we are born from. We live into and as this every single day. It is where our infinite possibilities live. This is who and what we are. We are the strength of love, of the love of all things. And as we radiate from this birthplace of love, there is nothing that can stand in our way. And we allow the infinite possibility behind that love to express in our lives in glorious, graceful, beautiful ways. It surprises us, and we are joyful, and it's fun, and it's most of all playful. Let's play with the love there that is within us. Let's play with it, enjoy it, embrace it, and open up our lives into a freer, fuller expression of life, of possibility, of more love. Feel that in our hearts. Feel it in the space around us. Feel it pouring into us, overflowing in our heart cup and outflowing through everything in our lives. These are the ideas. These are the words. This is what I declare and declaim right here for now, for each and every single person here, for each and every single person online, and for each and every person that we meet today and from here and now in our lives. It is done. It is done. Now we just breathe in more love. We allow it, we live it, we be it, and together we say, and so it is.
I am blessing, blessing the strength of love. I am blessing, blessing the strength of love. Bringing it forth today, sending it on its way out to the hills above. I am blessing, blessing the strength of love. I am born from, I am born from. I am breathing, I am breathing. I am blessing, I am blessing. Thank you, Carmen.
Wow. Wow. Just wow. Wow. I say yes to the possibilities. To infinity and beyond. Sorry, I realize I just yelled into a microphone, and I'm sure that was very pleasant for everyone. My poor father, who's probably watching the service, is a sound mixer, and he hates when actors do that, when they, they're talking like this on set, and all of a sudden their volume explodes. He's like, oh, come on. Sorry, Dad. unbeknownst to Tanis and Pierre, who pretty much always choose the music that they chose as the featured song today actually is very special to us.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But of course, there are no accidents.
Because this really started to get a lot of play when we were in our training and going through our experience of becoming ministers. And wow, like I really am hit with the emotion of it right now. By the way, there's water for you up here, just so you can recognize that this is for you. Mhm. Yeah, this is my glass. Anyway, so this song was getting a lot of play by a lot of us during this time, and Reverend James would frequently, when we would come in to take an exam, he would lead off by playing this song and saying, just allow yourself to be present to the lyrics of this song. And I've taken this on as a practice for myself, and I've done it with I did it with my first-year practitioner students to remind them, oh, yes, I actually did play this song at your final exam. Yes, you don't remember, that's okay. I don't take it personally. Yeah, you probably will. Anyway, so I invite all of us to simply relax into this moment and just hear what needs to be heard and allow that kernel of truth, whatever it is that resonates, to simply well up within you. What do I do if I'm not chasing anything? What do I do if I've got everything that I need? It's a question that no one's prepared me to answer. Where do I go if I'm right where I'm supposed to be? Where do I go if wherever I am home? It's a question I'm presently wanting an answer. If the usual way doesn't work for me now, that's a void I know nothing about. What if the race is over and we all automatically win? What if the game is ended long before it even begins? What if the test has been taken and we're all passing again and again? If the race is over, what then? What do I say if it's all perfect anyway? What do I say if I'm not here to change anyone? It's a question I truly don't know how to answer. How do I live if my life is eternity? How do I live if I'm no longer afraid to die? It's a mystery, no one can give me an answer. If the usual way doesn't work anymore, there's no map for what life has in store. What if the race is over and we all automatically win? What if the game is ended long before it even begins? What if the test has been taken and we're all passing again and again? If the race is over, what then? What is the purpose of time here on earth? How do I now define my death and birth? For that matter, what is my life really worth in the end? What's mine to give and what's mine to receive? Whom do I worship? What do I believe? Seems every answer comes right back to me in the end. What if the race is over and we all automatically win? What if the game is ended long before it even begins? What if the test has been taken and we're all passing again and again? If the race is over and we're all born victorious. If the race is over, what then? Thank you. Thank you. These, we have a, so what I decided to do today, in light of the fact that I have two brilliant minds who are in the room with us, I want them to share with our community today. And so what we've decided is we're going to split up today's talk. We're each going to take a portion of the talk. And I trust and know that what they have to offer is inspiring. I already know it is. I don't know what they're going to say. I did tell them what the theme was, so I'm trusting it'll be on the theme. Maybe, maybe not, I don't know. You know, the good news is that this divine creative resource is always intuiting through each and every one of us. So whatever is said today is absolutely right. And it is exactly what needs to be expressed today. This is what I come and trust every Sunday at our celebration. They are the co-spiritual directors of the Center for Spiritual Living Kauai, which is our sister center on the island of Kauai, in Hawaii. And I am so grateful that they went there because it gives me a place to go every January to escape the cold. And what I would encourage you to do is, if you have any interest in joining them on their sacred journey that they offer every January, to take advantage of the opportunity now, because there are only 25 spots available, and they go very quickly. There are 24 spots left. Well, you can consider 23, because... Okay. And so it is. There are 10 spots left. But the brilliance that they bring and the community that they have built, because they started a center from nothing. They went there and they said, this is where we want to express our divinity and create a community. And that's exactly what they have done. And I'm so grateful for what they have done. And they teach me every single day, in what they have brought to their community. And I'm so grateful for that. So to start off, I'm going to introduce the first of our two guest speakers today. And the first of our two is Patrick Feren, my brother.
Aloha. Yeah, very old school, by the way. This is what happens when you have your laptop and forget to have it printed. But anyway, it's just a quote. As I always, I'm just bathing and basking in each and every one of you. This is such an honor to be here. Like I said, you look three-dimensional because I watch you on the monitor screen, and it's so weird because you're like real. So, not that you're not before, but aloha Kauai as well for those watching at 5 a.m. in the morning. Not. Okay, so just so you won't be staring at this and wondering and missing my wisdom, these are kukui nuts, and I have installed a heater in them, by the way, just to have. But they are a lay of light, like each and every one of us are in this room. The title that he gave me, or the direction that I went, was Resizing the Limit. And I had a lot to think about with the idea of resizing. And for me, I am constantly resizing. Are you not? We're constantly, we know who we are. I know the divinity within me. And then every once in a while, I have that moment that I forget. And so I was thinking on a spiritual level about resizing, and I was thinking about my suit that all of you saw me in on Friday night, by the way. And yeah, thank you very much. Well, just to let you know, there was some resizing going on before I got here, and I promised that I would never let that secret out, but I had to let the waist out before I got here. And I'll be honest with you, I was not pleased, because I had had two resizing. One, that they were falling off of me, and then the other one that I had to tighten it up, and then before I came here, I had to let it out. So that made me think about this idea of resizing our consciousness constantly. We have this power, and I know, as you were saying earlier, why would we not use it 24/7? Well, because sometimes we look at conditions and they look very real. We look around us and we say to ourselves, that is real. And Deepak Chopra says this: your entire universe is in your mind and nowhere else. Nowhere else. To expand the universe, expand your mind. Oh my God, my indwelling God. Wouldn't that be lovely if we could remember that the race is over? The test has already been taken. We do not have to keep testing ourselves in order to get this. Do you hear me? Yeah. That testing thing is very old. Ernest Holmes says, there'll come a time when suffering is not mandatory. When the dark night of our soul will be optional. It's optional. And so when I went to Kauai, I had to expand a lot, and not just in my waist. I had to expand my consciousness to a place that I never thought I could go. When we left, I left a beautiful mom who was 90, who was not happy, as we talked about in the workshop yesterday. My highest good was not my mother's highest good. At least it appeared that way, because my mother was looking at conditions. So I had to resize every time she said, "Why are you leaving?" I had to resize again and say, there is something bigger. A new idea has come about, and I get to resize and fit into it. And I am constantly fitting into Kauai. And each and every one of you are constantly fitting into your consciousness. And sometimes it feels like we can go to the universe, right? We can just explode, and then other times we feel as though we want to run and hide. And I'm asking today, I'm inviting you to ask yourself, what needs to be resized in my life? What limitations are not fitting anymore? And the great thing about the expanded universe is sometimes it goes out, and the next time you see me, my waist will be in. Why? Because I can. because I am an unlimited, and no matter what's appearing today, I know it is God. I know it is good. Does that sound good? Let's live it. Namaste.
Thank you, Patrick. Oh, you've got me thinking, and yeah, oh boy. It's all up there. It's going. Yeah. Our next speaker is the lovely wife of Patrick, and they chose to be co-spiritual directors in Kauai together. What I want to say about Rita is that when I left and came to Toronto, I left the employment of my previous center, which was at that time known as the NoHo Arts Center for New Thought. It is now known as the Global Truth Center, which is the center that was founded by James Mellon. When I left, this is the woman who ended up taking over the job that I left. I used to be the administrator there. And so we both have very intimate understanding of how to work with James Mellon, which, God bless you, James, it's not always easy. But that training in that paradigm really served us very well. And so I am very grateful to James for all that he taught us through that experience. We have both been the right hand to James, and that way we will always be connected forever because we've had that shared experience. But here to honor us with her wisdom, please welcome Rita Andriello.
Okay, so in Kauai, I do my services with my shoes off. And I had my toes done before I came here. So I was like, I am not going to have those boots on the whole time I am here. So I have decided to take them off so you can see my pretty red toes, all right? And I'm bringing you a little bit of Kauai that way. So anyway, so here I am. Oh my God, what a great topic, resizing the limit. So lots of things have come to my mind, and now everybody seems to have said them. So I... But since it's an infinite universe, I know there's more. So the one thing that Ernest Holmes said that came to my mind is that we are bound because we are first free. And people in my science 101 classes go, what does that mean? What does that mean? And they just don't get it sometimes, and you have to explain it to them. But it is so beautiful because we are bound because we are first free. We're free. And so we choose to bind ourselves because we're free. It's like ridiculous. So, but not. Because what I know is that from the time I was a little girl, I'm not going to tell you my whole story, but I did grow up in an Italian Catholic background and a very staunch traditional atmosphere, and in New York, of all places. And, I was bound even though I was free because I thought I was bound. And I had a very free spirit. And I think when we're children, we're always pushing forward. We want, we're breaking away from our parents, we're doing all that. Because within us is that thing that says that we're free. And so for my whole life, I was always wanting more, but I was living unconsciously, not knowing this great principle that I know now. So I got myself into a lot of trouble. And I continually, even though I was getting myself into trouble, I was continuing to expand, even in that trouble, and continuing to understand that I wanted more. And I kept growing and growing and growing, till I got to be an adult. Then I constricted myself again, and I thought I couldn't have everything, right? And then like Patrick said, then I resize, I size, I resize, and then when I've been through so many things. When I was an actor, I was like, I didn't know this stuff. I wasn't a very successful actor. I was a good actor, but I wasn't very good successful because I was going out into the world not knowing that I was free to choose to be successful. Instead, I was letting everything else come on upon me. But we're active participants in life. That's what we know in this teaching. And one day, and I don't think I've ever told you the story, but one day I walked into, when I was at one of my most miserable times, and I was learning this teaching, I walked into Jonathan Zenz's office, and I said, I have had it. I want to go into ministry full time. I want to be I want to live this teaching fully. I can't stay in this job anymore. I just know it. I know it. And he did this treatment for me. And the treatment was about freedom. It wasn't about me leaving my job. It wasn't about me going into ministry. It was about knowing that I was free. And he did this most powerful treatment, and my whole life shifted in that moment. I ended up leaving my job to go full-time into ministry without even knowing that I had a job. Because once you make a decision, and that decision is backed by your belief, don't make a decision if it's not backed by your belief. It has to be backed by your belief. And how you'll know is because you'll be willing to step out into it. And you'll know you're backed. And you won't be afraid that you're not going to make enough money, you just know. And then the universe, when you make that commitment, I think there's a quote by Emerson or someone, when you make that commitment to walk out, that the universe comes and just fills up everything. And that's what happens. But you have to know, and you have to believe it. So, and then what happens? Okay, so from there I end up in Kauai, of all places, but it was the same thing. I made the choice first, knowing that I was backed, and then everything came in to fill it. And I was in the right place at the right time, and the race was already won. So I'm just really grateful for my life. And I know I'm going to continue to expand because we're always growing and expanding. We're eternal, immortal beings that are always expanding and growing. So it's not over. It continues. Even past this life, it just continues. That's we are, always spiraling upward. So thank you so much for having me here today. I am so grateful for this week I've spent here and all the amazing people I've spent time with. It's been wonderful. And let's just continue to expand and resize and grow together. Namaste and aloha.
Thank you, Rita. You know, one of the things that I do every week is when I never sit down. I always go up into the booth and I stand next to Jim, and I'm usually taking notes when the practitioner speaks. Now I have a lot of notes because I've got Carmen and Patrick and Rita, their wisdom, and of course whatever I prepared for today. I want to start with this idea, and I'm so grateful that you likened this whole idea to turning on the light. If we all flipped that switch and turned on the light, what would it mean to this world? What would it mean to this world? You know, and the concept of us being the light is very important, I think, because it is light which takes out the darkness. There is no such thing as darkness. Darkness is defined as the absence of light. Get it? So there is no such thing as darkness. There is only the absence of light. So we are that light which we seek and which we choose to be. And we can either let our light shine or we can diminish it. But it never truly goes out because it is the core of our beingness, no matter what. No matter what. The kukui nut, I'm grateful that you both wore yours. No, I've got mine here. I've got mine here from my previous sacred journeys in Kauai. And the kukui nut actually is representative of light for this reason. That this used to be the source of light. They used to bore open, and there's an oil in there, and they would put a little wick in, and they would light the wick, and that's how they would have light. So this is literally representative of light, and so that is what it is taken as, and that's why they wear them in their services, and they honor people like me when I go to Kauai, and they honor me with a kukui nut lei, and I'm so grateful for that because I always look at it and think of light, light, light. Turning on that light is opening ourselves up to freedom. Freedom is the birthright of every living soul. Freedom is the birthright of every living soul. There is no reason to ever consider yourself bound by anything. That's a hard thing to hear sometimes because we can start to look at the circumstances of our lives. We can look at the things that are out there and go, oh my gosh, well, this is going on in my life. I could actually look at the circumstances of my life right in this moment. And I will admit to you, I have a little sinusy thing going on. I don't know if you could tell the sound of my voice is a little nasally today, and that's fine. I could consider myself bound by those circumstances and say, well, I can't really sing the song because I can't really hit the notes that I want to sing. And you know what? Yes, I'm going to say this, to hell with that. I am not bound by the physical circumstances of my body. If I choose to stand up here and allow my voice to resonate through, then it will resonate through because I am not limited by anything in my life. This is me, wow, I'm on a roll. This is me resizing my limit to say there is no limitation except to the degree that I believe there is limitation. That's the message of the day. There is no limitation except to the degree that we believe there is limitation. The minute we believe it, that's what happens in our lives. The minute we believe it, that's what happens in our lives. Ernest Holmes writes this: when we find ourselves confronted by discordant conditions, has anyone ever felt a discordant condition in their life? I mean, we do have conditions that show up and they feel totally off, right? When we find ourselves confronted by discordant conditions, we should never say, oh, what's the use? What's the use? Rather, we should say, there is something in me which is greater than this condition and can dissolve it. There is something in me, not out there. There is something in me. It is that light. It is that light. There is something in me which is greater than this condition and can dissolve it. We have the privilege and the power to do this. And it's not because we study this philosophy. It's not because we have learned all the wisdom of the ages. It is because that is the natural inherent beingness of us. Anyone can do this. Not just people studying this philosophy. Anyone can do this. In fact, Ernest Holmes used to start out all of his radio programs by saying, there is a power for good in this universe, and you can use it. You can use it. In fact, we've taken it to say, you are using it, whether you know it or not. Because this power can create those discordant conditions just as easily as they can create the harmonious decisions and conditions. What side of that paradigm do you want to be on? What side of that do you want to be on? Do you want harmony and peace in your life? Then start thinking the thoughts of harmony and peace. Start allowing that to be the belief. When that goblin comes up, the goblin, see, here's the thing about the goblin. It's a very, very good metaphor. The goblin is akin to that little voice in the back of your head that when you state an affirmation such as, what was your affirmation? What's that? What was your affirmation? I say yes to possibilities. That's an affirmation, right? To infinity and beyond. What is the voice in the back of your head saying? Is it in agreement with that affirmation or is it not? Because whatever the voice in the back of your head is saying, that little goblin, that's the belief. And that's the limitation. That's the limitation. So how do you address that belief, which may be limiting you? You stay firmly in principle, you stay firmly in faith to remind yourself at all times, I have to get it. I say yes. It's over here, right? I wrote it all down for you, and then I didn't write it down for myself. I say yes to possibilities, to infinity and beyond. Keep telling yourself that. That's why I say, take the affirmation and use it this week. I want to give you spiritual tools that you can use in your life. That's my whole purpose for being here. Because this is a practical philosophy. This is not some pie-in-the-sky, heady idea of philosophy that, we can go and, oh yes, it's very lovely that we've learned all of this stuff, now I have to go about my life. It is not like that. This is a practical philosophy. Ernest Holmes, in The Science of Mind, on page 423, I always remember this, right? Because I use this all the time, wrote this: what the world needs is spiritual conviction followed by spiritual experience. I would rather see a student of this science prove its principle than to have him repeat all the words of wisdom that have ever been uttered. Studying the book does nothing, which is not to say you shouldn't come to class. Studying the book means nothing if you're not using it. It means nothing. And so this week, I encourage you to take Carmen's affirmation and utilize it in your life every single day. Wake up. In fact, take this, cut out the little square, put it on your bathroom mirror, and when you wake up in the morning, allow that to be the first thing you see when you walk into the washroom. And remind yourself, say it to yourself in the mirror, I say yes to the possibilities, to infinity and beyond. And see how your life changes. Just see how your life changes. Never limit your view of life by any past experience. The possibility of life is inherent within the capacity to imagine what life is. Never limit your view of life by any past experience. The only limitations that we have are the limitations we believe. So if those beliefs are not working for you, stand firm and grounded in the understanding that you can change your belief. You can change your belief. Principle, this idea, the way our life unfolds, is not bound by precedent. It is not bound by anything from our past. But boy, do we work hard to make it bound by stuff from our past. Let go, release, and allow. And I guarantee you, life will get better. Namaste. Thank you. This is the time in our celebration where we offer to the center what it is that we have to offer in terms of a financial gift or contribution, your tithe, your investments, whatever you call it. I invite you to hold whatever it is in your hand, and if you are part of the Step Up program, which is our pre-authorized giving program, I invite you to hold your card in your hand. And for those of you who are watching online, you can participate in the givingness of spirit as well. Stand firm in understanding that this gift is a gift of love. This gift of love allows this center to prosper. And so let's affirm this by saying the divine givingness affirmation, which is on your song sheet. Let's recite this together. Divine love consecrates my gift. It goes forth to heal, prosper, and bless. It is evidence of my conviction that spirit is the source and substance of my supply. I joyously contribute to the vision of my spiritual center, knowing that it returns to me multiplied abundantly. And so as the baskets go around, we're going to sing this great Pierre Gautreau song, What Do I Have? What do I give? What do I give? What do I have? What do I give? Whatever it is.
What do I have?
What do I have to give? What do I need to live? What do I have to share? What do I do to show I care? What do I have to give? What do I need to live? What do I have to share? What do I do to show I care? Oh, what do I have to give? What do I need to live? What do I have to share? What do I do to show I care?
I'm going to invite Carmen up. Come on up. I'm going to invite Carmen to do a blessing over this offering.
Hello, Fred. Hello, Linda. Oh, so let's, in this awareness of blessing and grace and goodness and giving, which is the love inside of us, it is the possibilities. In this blessing of giving is also the blessing of receiving. As we give, so we receive. So let's open ourselves up to giving more, receiving more, being more, giving more, receiving more, and loving every minute of it. For it is good, it is great, it is grace, it is joy. And in gratitude, I say thank you on behalf of the center for your generous giving. And I know that we are all blessed, and it's as simple as that. So in gratitude, I let it go, I let it be so, and together we say, and so it is.
One more time. What do I have to give? What do I need to live? Oh, what do I have to share? What do I do to show I care? What do I give? What do I give? What do I give?
On your song sheet, on your song sheet, there are announcements, and I just want to point out a couple of them. First of all, those of you who have expressed interest in going to Guatemala to volunteer at Casa Guatemala, there is a meeting today following our celebration. I've scheduled it for 12:45. We might have people who are joining online, so that's why I'm going to, we'll probably be done well in advance of that, but we're going to wait till 12:45 because we may have people who are joining us online for that meeting. That is an informational meeting to talk about all that goes into this trip and how we can work as a community together to make this trip possible for as many people as we can who want to go. So that is today. We have a workshop next Sunday following our celebration with our very own practitioner, Sonia Byrne. She is coming here to do her gratitude workshop, Your Brain on Gratitude, More Than a Good Idea. You can sign up for that in our gift and books shop. What else do I want to tell you? I do want to remind you that we do have a featured book of the month, which is it's the Rick Tamlin book, Play Your Bigger Game. That's what it is, yes. And we have a couple of those, we have a couple copies of those left in the bookstore. Check that out. Also, if you are interested in receiving a benefit in the bookstore, which is 10% off, you can sign up for our benefits program. You also get 10% off at some local businesses. The Tango Palace Coffee Shop, Sweet Bliss. Love going there for my 10% off because, well, actually, that's why I've expanded. I've resized. Yes. But you also get 10% off at the Urban Bulk Emporium and at Edward's Restaurant, which is right across the street. We just had brunch there yesterday. Exquisite. Always lovely. So check out the benefits program if you're not already. Sign up for that. All right, I'm going to invite us all to take a breath.
But it's
Am I forgetting?
it's
Oh
the
my
first
gosh!
Sunday.
It's our first Sunday of the month. I totally forgot. So what we do on the first, thank you for reminding me. What we do on the first Sunday of every month is we have a drawing. If you are celebrating your birthday or an anniversary during the month of April, what you would do is fill out a ballot. What's that? They're coming around. So there are ballots coming around. Does anyone celebrating in April? Keep your hands up if you're celebrating in April. Fill out your ballot. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot this.
Our wedding anniversary. Oh,
your wedding anniversary.
I didn't forget.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good cover.
Very good cover. So here's the way this works. Those people who are celebrating are going to fill out their name, and they're going to fill out the name of a registered Canadian charity. And what we do is we do a drawing, and whomever we draw, that registered charity will get a portion of all that we collected in our offering last month. And that's one way that we give back to the community here. So how is everybody doing? Oh, we should do the song. We'll do the song and celebrate.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Yeah. Happy birthday to you. Happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary.
All right. Who among you would like to draw the name? Rita, all right. Rita, would you please do the honors of drawing a name? That's one, yeah? All right.
Your name, Tennis and Pierre.
And your registered charity?
CSL.
Well, look at that. Thank you very much for your gift. trust and know that it blesses this space more and more and more and more.
28 years, so you'd think we would
28
remember.
years, yes.
Sorry, what?
Up to that, like, the time you're old, you forget.
Yeah.
It's all getting away from me.
I know,
all
we're
right.
done. Yeah.
As James Mellon would say, back to me. I'm going to invite us all to take a breath. Simply relax right where we are and let whatever has come up for us today, each and every one of us individually, let whatever it is that has touched your heart today be present. It may be something different for each and every one of us. In fact, I guarantee you it is something different for each and every one of us. Whatever it is that has touched you today, let it be fully present, let it well up within your heart, and simply relax in this moment of centering.
I want to sing a love song. The world can sing along. I want to sing a love song. The world can sing along. I love you. I do. I love you. It's true.
And so right here in this perfect moment, I recognize and know that there is an infinite creative power. There's a creative principle and energy that is always unfolding in terms of creation. It is fully present right here and right now, and it is expressing by means of each and every one of us. We are the very, very energy of life expressed. And I allow myself to resonate with this truth more deeply in this moment, and more deeply in this moment, and more deeply in this moment. For this is my choice to resize my limit and understand that I am completely unlimited, and so are we all. I give over right in this moment to this new idea, this new thought, that more and more and more is evolving and flowing and unfolding by means of each and every one of us. And for this understanding, I am truly grateful. Grateful for this philosophy in my life. Grateful for the words of Ernest Holmes. Grateful for all that has transpired to make this celebration here today the perfection it is. I am in deep gratitude for all who have stepped up and said yes to being of service. I'm grateful to our board members today, Fred and Linda. Grateful to our greeters, Carol and Yelka. Grateful to Chris in the bookstore, Lori setting up today, Lucy cleaning up after service today. I am so grateful for Carrie and Lesia on sound today. Grateful for Jim on our webcast. Grateful for Harold and Mahala and our youth who are now upstairs in our brand new space. Grateful for our brand new space. I am grateful to Pierre Gautreau, Tanis Burnett, Rustin Baldwin, Brian Forwell, Frank Correa, the Queen Street Band, for all they bring, all they offer, the brilliance that they always exude. I am grateful to to Judy for her beautiful meditation this morning. Grateful to Carmen for her brilliance and her inspiration. And I'm eternally grateful to my friends, Rita and Patrick. Grateful for your presence here today and for the way you light up my life. Thank you. And so it is in gratitude that I simply relax, release, and allow, knowing that these words impact a law that says, yes, it is so, it is done, right here, right now. I know it to be so, and I let it be so, as together we say, and so it is.
If everybody sang a love song, if everybody sang a love song, what could it do? It would wash away the hate, let in a little faith, and maybe shift a fearful point of view. Oh, I want to sing a love song. The world can sing along. I love you. I do. It's true.
Thank you, Pierre. I just want to let you know, too, if there is lots of leftover food from the ordination, I think is being put out today. Yes? Yes? No? I don't know. Yes, it is. So please eat food after our celebration. And if you have any dishes that were brought, please take them home. I think they're all cleaned and washed and ready for you to take home.
There's still some dishes that have food in them. Take the food with you.
All right, take the food with you if your dish still has food in it, is the word that I'm getting. So we're going to end the day with Let Your Love Flow. Perfect ending to a perfect day. And thank you all so much for being here today.
1, 2, 3.
Come dance with me.
There's a reason for the sunshine sky. There's a reason why I'm feeling so high. Must be the season when those love lights shine all around us. So let that feeling grab you deep inside and send you reeling where your love can't hide, and then go stealing through the moonlit nights with your lover.
Here we go.
Oh, let your love flow like a mountain stream, and let your love grow with the smallest of dreams, and let your love show. And you'll know what I mean, it's the season. Let your love fly like a bird on the wing, and let your love find you to all living things, and let your love shine. And you'll know what I mean, that's the reason. There's a reason for the warm, sweet nights, and there's a reason for the candlelight. Must be the season when those love lights shine all around us. So let that wonder take you deep in space and lay you under. It's love and embrace, just feel the thunder as it warms your face. You can't hold back. Come on! Just let your love flow like a mountain stream, and let your love grow with the smallest of dreams and let your love show. And you'll know what I mean, that's the season. Yeah, yeah, let your love fly like a bird on the wing, and let your love find you to all living things, and let your love shine. And you'll know what I mean, that's the season. Let your love flow like a mountain stream, and let your love grow with the smallest of dreams, and let your love show. And you'll know what I mean, that's the season. Come on. Let your love fly like a bird on a wing, and let your love find you to all living things, and let your love shine. And you'll know what I mean, that's the reason. And let your love shine, and you'll know what I mean, that's the reason. And let your love shine, and you'll know what I mean, that's the reason.
Have a great week, everyone.